With Liberia emerging from years of the breakdown of democratic governance, coupled with its efficacious conduct of 2 successive democratic elections, well-meaning grassroots civil society groups like the National Youth Movement for Transparent Elections, Partners for Democratic Development, NAYMOTE for short, are involved in ensuring the sustenance of the democratic governance in the country, realizing that inclusive, accountable, accessible and responsive legislative institutions are the key to democratization because of their constitutional responsibilities to enact legislation, represent citizens and oversee executive policy implementation and performance. NAYMOTE concentrated this 1-year pilot project to enhance citizens and legislative engagements. Historically, once legislators were elected, the marriage between themselves and their voters ceased to exist. The significance of this pilot project is manifested in the fact that almost 70% of the membership of the 52nd legislature could not retain their seats as a result of gross neglect of their constituencies during their 6 years of representation. NAYMOTE attaches significance to the issue of supporting the maintenance of strong links between the legislators and their respective constituents because it will not only ensure the effective implementation of development agenda, but it will contribute to sound representation through training and experience over a period of time as opposed to frequent replacement of legislators by their constituents due to poor performance as it relates to the roles and responsibilities of a lawmaker or less input of financial inducement packages. In the quest to have citizens constantly engaged in their lawmakers to work in the developmental interests of the electoral district, NAYMOTE sought funding from the Open Society Initiative for West Africa, acronym OSIWA, to initiate this pilot project with the following objective: to increase citizens' participation in the local and national decision-making processes, as well as increasing communication and engagement between the legislators and the constituents. This evaluative documentation independently delved into the impact of the pilot project and gauged to what extent change as expired has been realized through this new phenomenon of elected officers working with their employers to foster democracy and development. The project brought the lawmakers face-to-face through town hall meetings with their constituents to discuss problems affecting their livelihood, prefer strategies to overcome challenges faced, and instigate change that fosters community growth, civic education that educated the citizens to legislative rules, procedures, legislative work, and the roles and responsibilities of their elected officials, and cordiality that enhances peace and reconciliation. Lawmakers also made annual presentation of their activities in the legislature related to their campaign promises and lawmaking responsibilities to their constituencies where the project was implemented in Grand Bassa, Margibi, and Bon counties. The citizens ensured that the lawmakers speak their voices during legislative deliberations. At one of the sessions, the citizens instructed their lawmaker to lobby with colleagues for budgetary increment in their allotments to help them mitigate a major challenge faced in the district.
Every time there's election, right after election, those who are elected in power try to disengage, broken the marriage between the voters and those who are elected into offices. So what we thought to do, based on the fact that the 52nd legislature, most of them were not re-elected because people thought there was total neglect. So we thought to increase opportunity for engagement. And through support from the Open Society Initiative of West Africa, OSIWA, we started this 1-year project as a pilot project, working in 6 electoral districts, working with 6 representatives. And this one project I really admire, and I really appreciate the fact that we could bring lawmakers to the people at that level. People thought that was the first time to even sit with people and talk, like for example, the deputy speaker. This was somebody who had to give report to his citizens for the first time. People had to ask questions. Issue with Representative Kafia, because citizen report card that he was not doing much, he had not transformed the way he was working with the district. And it was Ben Fofana. So many positive things happened in this pilot project. And we saw how people were eager to discuss with the lawmaker. They felt so happy engaging them for the first time, talking with them. And lawmaker too also felt happy that they had the forum to engage.
Representative Hans Bashu is the current Deputy Speaker of the Liberian Legislature. His district in Grand Bassa County serves as one of the spaces the pilot project occurred. He outlines the metamorphosis since the intervention of the Osiwa-sponsored NAYMOTE intervention.
What has changed is the attitude of my people. You know, my district that I represent has a majority of its citizens as illiterate, not illiterate. But when they form an opinion about something, it's difficult to change that opinion. When they doubt you from the beginning, you got a problem, because to change the perception about you is difficult. So this program, even though I was always in my district, but I was like on a one-man tour all around. But this program that NAYMOTE brought, the project, it brought me in the contact with groups at a time. So, and that had a positive impact, because it would be more difficult if I was going individually around the district, which is very, very large, to engage individuals or towns to towns. So this program that NAYMOTE organized through the project brought together large groups, so the message could go faster. So perception changed, attitude changed.
So this process have actually engendered a new relationship between us and the community. And the community is getting to understand some of the dialectics of our governance process.
I think that brought some changes to the life of our people in our own district. People now can ask questions. People now can ask you what is the, where, in fact, somebody asks them where you're going to discuss the coming project. If we're not had an interaction, they will not know.
Unlike before, people look at their lawmaker as, in some instances, as the embodiment of everything before them. Without their lawmaker, in fact, they are not able to do anything. But our interaction with them for the past 1 year, and we are involvement with them to sensitize them to know the responsibility of the citizens themselves to their lawmaker, and the lawmaker is to them. I mean, there is a vast improvement, I mean, in that area. I can assure you that those gains will make sure that we sustain them, and we improve on some of the areas that still need improvement.
I think that people are beginning to understand that the representative is basically involved with lawmaking, oversight, and other things. So, and the perception of the people is beginning to change.
The citizens graded their lawmakers on works achieved in compliance with their campaign platform for the first period since taking office as the direct representatives of the people.
When the grading came up, you know, we are politicians, someone took phone. He said, oh, NAYMOTE gave Bossy, and all I say, yes. They are checking on us. You know, we can't achieve 6 years promise within 1 year time. So when I get A now, then what's up for the rest of the years I'll be there? So it's just fair to grade you as per the activities. So I said, it's real. I can't achieve 6 year campaign promise in 1 year time. So in my first year, if I get C, and the next year I'll be pushing on small. Yeah. So I said, no problem with that. I'm not going to, and, you know, I mean, that's a real thing that they did, the assessment, and we just want to be thankful to the executive director and the head of the coordinating team for that real assessment of our work in District 2.
It's good because even like before, no ordinary person brave to go ask representative the way you started doing, how it is. But Dimbo, through the help of Osiwa, gave her the courage that we were able to ask our honorable, and the honorable gave her the detail of what he been doing for the first year. So right now, the time we grade him, where we demoted him, he understood that why his boys were getting best. And he told them no. Myself know that I fall short on that side. So where they demote me, it is something that I'm supposed to take courage to step higher. Then for them to just grade me in everything and why everything is not correct. So I think he was poor, to accept it in a meeting. It was not even like the way we are now 2 managers. But in the big meeting, the last meeting, he saw that he accepted he defeat that particular part he didn't do well.
You know where you more get a report out and then some other people they were, I was feeling bad. But if you meet to understand I'm not feedback because certain things you don't do him to me. So you will not photo me that. What remember to all that when they can't get me that kind of great. And you want me to understand the reason, yeah, they explain the reason because whatsoever he said they told to do, maybe in that way for it. I want to get that great. So we're second.
The citizens and lawmakers are very keen for sustaining such tangible initiatives that will ensure the engagement continues for effective community growth and development.
They may all expose and they may all want to know how lawmaker. Because first of all, to do the election when the person go, we can't even see the person again. I was forced to say lawmaker coming to us. And we ask it.
Our only plea is to allow NAYMOTE to go beyond. You open somebody's eye, you gotta open the water, you can't open it halfway. If their hands, if they have their incapacity there, we are appealing to them to at least create more space so that our people in the next 54th legislature, but then before we can reach there, we will not have to ask questions. They will be aware of what is happening in national government. They will be aware of their own role as a citizen, what they're supposed to do.
The project should continue with we will sell it. They should continue with us. And we should even go beyond where we didn't go. And then also other districts, because if it's like we are in a community and I have everything to my need and my neighbor doesn't have, then would I enjoy it? Even if I don't take it and give it, their children will come visit my children. So we will like the good things that we are doing, the good things that are happening in our own district, we will left for Usiwa to support Limbo to extend it in other districts. I think if we saw other districts, the whole country will feel the impact.
I will say that the project shouldn't end.
We set up what they call the local steering committees. So in all the district work, you have 15 members of the steering committees, 2 from the representative office, and the women group, the youth group, the health worker, the teacher association, the local authority, all the people on the local steering committee. So we also train them to be able to take ownership of the project. But we feel that we need to do more in terms of engaging them, because you need that heavyweight. Most organizations is inviting this lawmaker to a meeting and they can easily respond to us. And we thought that we need to engage for a longer period before we can get out. And there have been a lot of calls to see how we can go to other counties. People have been calling from NEMA, people are calling from Lofa County, people are calling from all our districts that we're not reaching to, because like I said, we're only working with 6 electoral districts. So people really want to engage. And we also developed this town hall meeting guide, and this guide was distributed to all the lawmakers, including our staff. It's been very useful for them to be able to organize their own town hall meeting. It helps people to make research about what they need to discuss, and also helping lawmakers to track down some of the issues, and we're making follow-up.
As the project made some significant gains aimed in making democracy work in rural communities through citizens' engagements, the beneficiaries could not stop applauding their benefactors.
Well, we would like to say thanks to Osiwa for the opportunity our district was afforded, at least to have been selected to be part of the pilot project, but because I think that helped us a lot. Before that, there were some, a lot of the people were distant from the representative. They were always say, oh, what time the representative will come? And actually, calling meeting, as we call it, where you have to call meeting in a rural setting, in a poverty-stricken country like ours, the people will have nothing to eat that day. So somebody got to have some resources put forward. And most of the time, it's not there, especially with the local government, it's not there. There's no budget for that. So when you call meeting, it's not sponsored, it's a bit of a problem.
Again, we want to thank NAYMOTE, we want to thank the partners for this program. For us, it can be a show of our own cooperation. Whatever that will bring enlightenment to our people, whatever that will bring development, because that's part of development. Once you are informed, you will not be carried.
Thank him very much for all the help.
We're grateful to Osiwa. There's a lot of talent, there's a lot of expertise, there's a lot of innovation. But there's no way you can implement this good idea with all support. And Osiwa has been one institution, not only supporting NAYMOTE, but supporting so many Liberian organizations. And we are doing a great job, tracking budget, supporting election issues, supporting the issue of decentralization. Osiwa is just amazing. They do a lot of great job in Liberia. And we're so grateful, and right now we're working on a second project where we're going to integrate component of the 2014 central election to what we're doing right now. We're now going to do tracking of campaign promises again for the senators. We want to do a video recording of the promises. We make sure that we keep it when they're elected and take over, sit in the office for 1 year, we take the video to them. That's what you say you want to do. How far are you going with this? We want to make politics very different. We want to make politics more innovative, and people can be accountable for what they said they're going to do.
Addressing the deeper concerns of inefficient and ineffective governance, heightening participatory leaders and citizens' dialogue for decision-making, and promoting greater citizens' engagements, such initiative will no doubt require continuous interactions and capacity strengthening of rural residents. The intermittent involvement of locals in their governance will consciously strengthen their voice in the civic and political institutions of their communities. The mitigation of the misconception of civic roles and responsibilities will, however, stimulate community services and thereby reduce dependency on others for community growth and development.